It's the inspirational power hour.
Hey guys, it's the Inspirational Power Hour virtual edition. And listen, this guy right here, we're going to have a good time today because I'm
Woo!
incredibly excited to talk to Mr. Talkbox.
Woo!
Guys, listen, I got to tell you this. Four-time Grammy winner, right? He's
Mm,
worked with some of the most amazing artists just across genres, right? He produces, writes, and just collabs with some incredible people from Bruno Mars to Cardi B. Just so many people, sir. Like you're
crazy.
doing the thing. You're doing it. And I mentioned all that stuff behind your head there you got going
Yeah,
on. God is good.
God, it's so good. Ah, well, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I'm very excited to talk with you.
Yeah, yeah. So let's kind of jump into this. Mr. Talkbox. I've heard so many the instrument that you use. Give me
Yes,
the correct name for it.
Talkbox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why that's why my name is what it is. It's not because I talk a lot, but
Okay. So is there different versions of that type of creating that type of sound though?
absolutely, yeah. There,
Okay.
there are there are definitely like you have the vocoder where the
Right.
vocoder you play a keyboard and you use your voice to make the notes become words. So you
Mhm.
use your actual voice to do it, and then you have auto tune where it's a plug-in. You just kind of sing into the mic, and then auto tune comes in and kind of pitches your voice if you're a little bit off or whatever,
Right.
and it kind of gives it that computerized sound. But the talk box, a whole nother world. You have to use a tube, and when you have to put the tube into your mouth, and
Mhm.
then you have to play an instrument, whatever instrument you have. You have to play an instrument, and then you have to use your larynx and form your mouth into words, and then that's how the talk box work, and then it'll sound like this. Hello, Miss Chandra Wise. Yeah.
Sir, listen. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh man. Okay. So how long have you been doing this?
Oh man, I've been doing the talk box over 25 years. I've been doing it a
Wow.
long time, and and a lot of people uh they say, "Man, who who has a career playing the talk box?"
You.
So yeah. So yeah, I've been playing this thing for a long time. When I heard it, I first heard it with Roger Troutman and the Zap Band.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
when that I heard the first song I ever heard with it was a song called "Computer Love," and I was like,
Woo.
"What the heck is that?" And
Yeah.
then my cousin, he had the whole Roger and Zap collection. So we went to his house, and then I heard what was the song? I wanna be your man. When
Okay.
I
Woo.
heard
Wait a minute now.
that. Hey, listen, I know all y'all Christian folk. Y'all don't listen to that type of music.
Mm,
I get it.
we got here some kind of way.
Come on here, come on, let's be real now. So, but I heard that, and I was like, the first thing I said though, the first thing I said when I heard it was, I said, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it in gospel. And
Mm.
so I went on this journey to find this sound. And my mom and dad, I grew up, in the church, obviously. My mom and dad were ministers, and we had a gospel group. We had a quartet group. And
I love it.
we would travel, and I finally found this sound. I went on tour with a band called NSYNC. And when I went on a tour with them, their our music tech, he built talk boxes because I couldn't find this thing. I could
Mm.
not find this is back in '99. I could not find this thing, and I was like, "Oh my God, somebody got to help me!" And I found it with him. He makes them. I got it, and the rest is history. And here we
Wow.
are.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
And so being able to be this creative, this out of the box, in in what's such a traditional genre of music, such as gospel
yeah,
music. Tell me
yeah.
how that has been. Has it been a little, have you gotten any pushback or, people been open to me? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's now that's a great question. I'm turning you up a little bit here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great question because I have experienced a little bit of pushback,
Gotcha.
and but it hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be because
Okay.
I started in gospel music, like I did songs with Martha Menizzi. I did we did the song Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. We did that song, and I did in the middle of it,
Love
in
it.
the middle of it. So I started like I came out the gate with gospel songs and big gospel songs, and I'm like, this is who I am. I love Jesus. Like I don't have any
Mhm.
tricks up my sleeve. I'm a Jesus lover. And so once I started doing these acapella videos, and I
Which I
started.
love. I have so
Oh,
many
thank you.
saved on YouTube in a playlist.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh
I
man,
told you I'm a fan.
yeah.
So now, no games. I'm a fan.
I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. And so, when I started doing those, I started doing just strictly, I started doing just my songs, all my gospel songs. And then I had the idea to just kind of branch out because people had been commenting, do Roger and Zapp, do some Roger and Zapp. Oh man, you got to do some Roger and Zapp. So I did I Want to Be Your Man computer love cover, and that's when my career just kind of like it just took
Mhm.
off from there. That video went completely viral. I started getting reached. I started, all kinds of celebrities started reaching out to me, and then next thing you know, I'm starting to do, all these secular records,
Mhm.
and nothing crazy. I have a standard. Like if it's bananas, I'm not touching it. Like I'm not
Gotcha.
touching it. I'm not touching it, and so that's my standard. I always want to make good, wholesome, clean music that people can enjoy. Your daughters can listen to.
Mhm.
Your mom, your grandmom, everybody can listen to. So that was my standard. So I started doing that, and then that's when I started experiencing a little bit of pushback from people. And I'm like, you know what? It's all good, but
Absolutely.
I'm able to feed my family. I'm able to. I don't have to, yeah. I'm not having to worry about struggling.
Absolutely, because I think the reality though is as much as people like us, as much as we love gospel music, there
Yes,
still is work to be done in that space in terms of really providing for artists the
please,
way, you know what I mean, the way it
absolutely.
could be. Uh,
Yes,
it- yeah, I absolutely get it, and I
yeah.
love like the music that you create. What was it? The one with Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic, right?
Woo! Yes,
Sir, when I
yes.
heard, I got so excited when I saw that video and I saw it was you. I was like, look at friend, look at him,
Look at friend. Yes,
look
yes.
at him.
This is a
I'm telling
win
you,
for
people,
us all.
listen, people clap for you that you don't even realize
Wow,
that
wow,
that's
wow,
clapping for you and that's rooting for
wow.
you in spaces. People
That
that
means a lot.
you don't even know, have never even
Wow,
met. But yeah,
wow.
so excited about that collaboration.
Thank
Um,
you, thank you.
Yeah, I listening to your full album. One of my favorites on there because anybody that if you know me, you know I love me some PJ Morton, right? So
Yeah,
I
cool.
love the song that you have always on my mind, sir.
Woo!
Lo- Love it,
Oh, thank you. That that's
love it.
that, that I'm really pushing for that to be the next single. So I think I love that song so much. It just kind of fell down on me. And PJ, he's such an amazing artist, just amazing brother. Like
Yeah,
I had a bunch of features on this record, but
yeah.
PJ, when I tell you, I sent him the song, and I'm talking about 24 hours. He turned it around like that, and he wrote all of his stuff that you hear him singing. He wrote that. But yeah,
It's a
he
vibe.
it's a
It's a
whole
vibe.
vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
and even thinking about that because I've got a chance to interview him a couple times, and one of the
yeah,
things that I think he's done, and I've said this to him, is that he's given believers that are creatives almost kind of permission to be creative outside of that space and still
yes,
maintain the integrity. And
yes.
I don't even know if he's realized how much helped to create a blueprint for that.
Oh my gosh, that brother has definitely paved the way for all creatives that want to kind of explore and express themselves And it's basically talking about life. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
That I'm all about life. I'm just talking about life with God in the center. Like, I'm not ashamed. I say, listen, God, I'm upset with you right now, or God, I love you right now in this moment, or God, I'm this, or if I'm experiencing some friction with a friend, with my wife or with my kids or whatever. Like, that's what life is, and that's what music is, in my
Yeah.
humble opinion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So I absolutely love it. Tell me what you would love to see. What is it that you want to do that you haven't done yet in your career?
wow, I I want to headline. I want to headline my own. I've done it,
Hmm.
but it was kind of like it was under the radar a little bit. Like, we were just trying it, you know what I'm saying? But I want to headline my own, like, major 40 city type tour. I did a virtual world tour, but
Hmm.
it's just different. I'm talking about, I want to get on the road. I want to
Hmm.
bring all my tour buses out. I want to bring my rigs out. I want to do my full out production. And I want to do that. And I just feel like, we're getting ready to do it. And then the pandemic hit. So
Listen. Yeah.
so it just kind of changed the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
So your latest album, guys, it's out right now. It's available. Make sure that you check it out. The title of the album,
playlist,
Playlist,
playlist. See,
and that's
I
what it
said
is.
yes. It's literally a playlist of original songs that I believe that the Lord gave me, and it's no record out like it. And I was very purposeful with that, because I didn't want to be in a space where, hey, let's do this because they're doing it, or let's
Yeah.
do this because that's the popular sound on radio. Nope. I said, you know what? I want to do something completely, like, I've always been like that. If you listen to all my albums, they're completely different. And this record, I kind of broke it down into a weekend playlist. So the first 5 songs on it is just like, you're getting off of work Friday, you got your paycheck, you want to turn up, you want to go shopping, you want to go something. And then, my crowd is a wide array of people. So, you got those that want to go to the club, they want to go do this. I got 5. My first 5 songs are for you. Like, those, they're clean, they're fun. You can dance to them. You feel good with them. And then on Saturday, which is the next set of songs, which is the next 5 songs,
Hmm.
it's those vibes. It's like that R&B vibe. It's got Always on My Mind on it. It's got Sunshine featuring Avery Sunshine. It's just kind of that chill vibe. You wake up Saturday. It's the weekend. You might want to go out to the mall. You might want to go do some shopping. You turning your music up, and you're just driving. That's what those 5 songs. And then the last 5 on the album, I kicked down the doors of the church on Sunday morning,
Oh yes.
and and it's a praise party like none other. I'm serious. Like, it's like I have all styles on there. And yeah, I just love the concept. So there you go. It's a Mr. Talkbox actual playlist that you can vibe to. Any mood that you're in, we got something on there for everybody. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Guys, listen, let me tell you about this. So, 24 Karat Magic to Bruno Mars,
Yeah.
My God, Nashville Life, More Than, the remix, Erica Campbell, Loyalty,
Woo.
Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna, Please Me by Bruno Mars, Cardi B. You've worked with so many people. And I'm looking, even the playlist that you're talking about, the features that you have.
Yeah.
T-Pain, and I thought about that. So what is it that he does? Is that more auto tunes?
Yes, he does the
Okay.
auto tune, and we're good. That's my dude. That's my brother, man. Like, we talk about this all the time, and he's an advocate for it too, because a lot of people. I'm the biggest advocate, because a lot of people, they'll say to me, "Hey, man, I love that auto tune. I love what you're doing on that auto tune." I'm like, you're really, like, slick discrediting what I do.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
gotta put this tube in my mouth. I gotta perform. I gotta kind of make it look cool. Then I gotta remember all of these notes. I gotta actually play. Because it's a keyboard. I'll show you. It's an actual keyboard. It's not it's not some. I don't. Just get in front of the mic and then the machine kind of does it. You have to perform this thing, and you have to
Right.
play it, and then you have to make it look cool, and then you have to remember how to say certain words, and it's just a whole lot. But I love it. It's something that I just I'm infatuated with, that I feel like God put in me. So yeah, there you go. And T-Pain does the auto tune. And
Yeah.
so what we wanted to do, we have another song on hit one of his albums. What we wanted to do is to showcase and say, hey guys, here's the difference. You
Mm.
know,
Yeah.
if you listen, it's the first song on my album. It's called "Look at Me," and it's featuring T-Pain. So when you hear it, I start off with my verse, and then you go to the second verse, and then you listen to T-Pain. You could significantly hear the difference. It sounds a whole, it's different. So
Yeah.
there you go.
So so this is what I've been trying to figure out. So when you're
Yeah.
playing the notes, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you're singing,
Yeah.
does it matter if you sing a note different than what you play? Does that matter?
Oh no, it doesn't. So
Okay.
let me give you a demonstration. So to say your name, this is what it sounds like without the tube. I would sound like this. I would say Chandra. That's what my voice sounds like, and that's how I'm talking. The
Mhm.
keyboard handles the notes. So I'll
Gotcha.
say Chandra Wise. So that's how the magic works. You know what I'm saying? You have and here's the thing. You have to hold your breath. Notice I was like Chandra Wise. Like
Right.
you have to hold your breath and you have to use your larynx, because your larynx is what makes the words come out clear. And that's what I kind of pride myself on. And that's what sets me apart. There are a lot of guys that play the talk box. But what sets me apart from them is the clarity. And even working with Bruno Mars, one of the first things he said was, "No one is as clean as you with this talk box. Like you're the best in the world at it." And
Facts.
so that's what I kind of pride myself in my whole career. And Roger, that's what he did. Roger
Absolutely.
made it a voice. You know what I'm saying? He made it a voice, and that's what I do. I try to approach it not like a keyboard, and that's what I tell a lot of guys. I say, if I want to play keyboard, I'll just jump on one of my keyboards and do some synth runs. But the talk box is all about, can you feel the anointing through what you're doing what you're saying on a talk box? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so when we did My God, like when we did Your Love is So Amazing, you know what I'm saying? Your
Hmm.
love is so incredible. And I just try to make it real, and I try to
Yeah.
make it real, and I play it from my spirit and from my heart. And so yeah, that's kind of my approach with this thing.
Well, listen, you definitely you set a new standard, I believe, and I think it's so incredible to see you in this space doing something
Thank you.
right now that not a lot of people are doing, but still
Yeah.
you are giving us great music. Guys, you have got to check out the latest single, Never Leave You, J Moss, featuring J
Yeah.
Moss and Lil
Yeah.
Byron. Yeah, that
Lil
song is a
Byron.
vibe too. I told you, I had that on repeat, like for real, because I'm trying to think when your album first, oh, when the playlist first dropped.
Yeah.
I listened to it. I had to go out of town, take a ride, and so I love listening to new music, just kind of like
Oh
as I'm
wow.
riding.
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening to it, and when I got to that two songs, I got stuck on the one with PJ and this one. Just I'm like repeat,
Yes.
repeat,
Yes.
repeat.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah,
Those are probably two of my favorites on there. Like, I just Never Leave You. That one, my son, which is Lil Byron, that's my namesake, it's my homie. Yep. So if you listen at the beginning, yeah, at the beginning I say, what honestly I said, I'm excited about this one because I got some special guests. I
yes,
got the incomparable J Moss and my son, Lil
you sure
Byron.
do. What?
Yep. Yep. So he that's my guy, man. He wrote that hook. Like I had my producer JJ, he
And that's
produced
a
the
hook.
beat. Ain't that a hook?
That's a hook, sir. I'm here to
I
tell you.
when that man came and played that hook for me, I was like, and so we did the song. It was written by my son, myself, Angel Chisholm, which is Jackie Clark Chisholm's daughter.
Oh
She
wow.
is a beast. She wrote like probably 5 or 6 songs on this record with us. She is a monster. Her pen is so anointed, it's
Mm.
ridiculous. And so she wrote that song with us, and it all came together, and then we were like, let's call Jay Moss. And I was like, yes, let's call Jay Moss.
Listen,
And so I called him, he jumped on it. Here we go.
And Jay is still such a vibe these days. I mean,
Oh,
just
oh,
I was thinking about him the other day. I think he is probably one of gospel music's um I don't want to say hidden gems, but I don't know if he really
yes.
gets the credit.
Un Definitely under the radar. That's why I used the word incomparable. I was
Yeah.
very intentional. There's no see, I'm a fan of somebody that can be in their own space. Does that make
And he
sense?
has from day
And he
one.
got his yes, he has his own space. I was listening to something. I was listening to the radio or something, and Lisa Page Brooks came on. And I was telling my wife, I said, see, I know when I hear Lisa Page Brooks, she has her own thing. Like you don't have to ask a question. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
J Moss is in that same category. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you hear talk, but when you hear me, you that's Mr. Talkbox. That's why
Yeah.
when 24 came out, it's like, oh no, that's Talkbox. It's no
Yeah.
question. It's Mr. Talkbox. You know,
Yeah.
so I definitely love. I always encourage artists just find your sound and don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of it. Like do you? God gave you
Yeah.
that DNA for a reason. The Lord gave you that.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. Man, listen, I'm not listen, I could we can hang out for a long time, but I'm not gonna
Oh
do you
yeah.
like that. Listen, it's been so awesome just connecting with you, virtually meeting
Yes.
you and talking about the music that we love and you doing your thing in such a unique space.
Oh my God.
That's absolutely what I love is talking to people like yourself.
Thank you.
Continue to just be you, sir. Continue to do your
Yes.
thing and
Thank
give
you.
us great music and great moments because that's the thing that I love. Music creates moments,
Woo, that's good. I
you
like
know.
that. Yes,
And I think that's why we
absolutely.
connect. Like even when you played that little Roger and like when you played a little bit of that, it like
Oh,
triggers something, it recalls something in our memory,
yes.
and it recalls a moment that we've had or something
Yes.
like that. And when artists,
Absolutely.
creatives like yourself continue to do that, it just keeps giving us great moments. So
I
yeah.
love that. That's great. Music
Yeah.
creates great moments. Man, that's so good.
Yeah. So,
That's
guys,
so
make sure
good.
that you check it out. The playlist by Mr. Talkbox. Check out the latest single, Never Leave You.
Hey.
Listen, if you're listening on one of our stations right now, we're actually about to play it. And I would love it if you would set it up and introduce this song. And I want you to use the Talkbox when you do it, sir.
Oh, you know it. Well, check it out. It's my hot new single. It's called Never Leave You, featuring J Moss and my son, Lil Byron. And I'm so excited about this song because the word of God declares that he will never leave you nor forsake you. Every time you forget that, I need you to be reminded that he will never leave you nor will he forsake you. Give it to him. He will help you navigate through all your problems. Yeah, yeah. Woo! Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Listen, I'm gonna have to get with you. I'm gonna have to get with your people now. I
Please.
need a new theme song for the show.
Oh, come on. Done.
So yeah, we have to get this worked out, sir.
Done. Done, 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 done. Just put the
I,
just put the word in. It's already done.
I absolutely will. Nothing but a word, sir.
Yeah. Thank you
Listen,
for adding the song. Thank you for playing the song. I really appreciate that. And just it means everything to us as an independent artist and just
yeah,
doing this thing, man. I appreciate it so much. So thank you.
absolutely. Well, listen, I celebrate you guys. Check it out. The
Thank you.
playlist, Mr. Talkbox, Never Leave You, right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir.
It's the inspirational power, hour.